Okay, let's get started. So, hello everybody, it's Will the Wither Potion here, and today we're back yet again with Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Okay. I have no investigation, yeah. Continue, as I would like to. I believe there was nothing else to do. Queer.
Very strange.
So why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka, I switched rooms last night. Why didn't he even try to hide the suspicion on his face? Even if what you say is the absolute truth. You're still responsible for her, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms. Which she's dead because of me. Then it should have been me that died. All we can say right now is that it's a possibility. If that's really true, then Yo, what's up? Very strange. Mr. Neki, what was Miss Mason doing in your room? Let me just say this.
Most suspicious.
Remarks will not allow you to dispose any of the evidence in the trash. Do you think I'm guilty?
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. The monocle said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just didn't think about it. Could it be the nameplate? Hey. Huh? The general room, but nameplate was Sayaka now. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, but nameplates... The nameplates on my door and Sayaka's were switched. So all the effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Yeah, why indeed? Yeah, got on truthful. Trash room. Where was that? Quite the trash room, eh? There's huts on the floor. The door wouldn't budge, it must be locked. Oh, that's fine, nice. There's a studicator, no way to get it.
Monokuma appears!
Please don't appear out of now. It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get the gate?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No, entry, it's only the cleaning duty is allowed in. Who is on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
Shut up, Mono. This is stupid. I'd better faster to go around and ask you.
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning is allowed in. Cleaning duty has been truth plates. Yes, I would like to go somewhere. Okay, dude. Ifumi? Yes, Ifumi. I'm looking for who's run cleaning duty. Clean duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and I asked me to take care of it. Without someone on clean duty, school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied to the position. I was gonna start in the morning, but after what happened, I haven't chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning today, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go!
Of course, it's my job to gather up the garbage and toss it in the trash. And to do that, they gave me the key to the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll get the charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get to the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can throw things whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words...
Actually. Blah blah blah, but the rules, I don't know.
So that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whatever they wanted, then restrained events would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen!
Anyway, important than that.
Hey, you bastard!
Hey, Fabby. Why do you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh,
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar, I know why you did it.
Is it, like...
You wanna dig through the ghost trash, looking for, you know, poke around.
there's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What? What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there are all kinds of trash figures like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D then turn to...
Completely unforgivable!
I would never get tired of 2D. Sure. Let me stop. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PDC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duties, Sakura can accompany them from picking trash to dispose of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in that? That's not how it's supposed to. Anyway, another topic. Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask. Well, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but I haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. And no, nothing like that. I was hoping to get into the trash and look around.
You
Oh,
got
okay. So easy. So he flew me and headed to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed this. What? He learned how to get by the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. What in the world are you talking about? Get busy living get Lucy and 9, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up.
Da 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 da!
Okie dokie. Leave it to me. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Knight,
Without a doubt!
surely aren't planning on using trust and destroy events, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. No, I just wanted to see the Axaker try to destroy any of the events or not. But the Axaker is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world? Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep. Hello. There's something on the ground in front of the Incinerator. Incinerator! It looks like a burnt piece of something. I need water. A burnt piece of... like a hunk of burning lava. Yeah, sure, whatever. Anyway, this is... looks like a piece of cloth. And the shape... it's a part of a sling from a bottom-up shirt. Button. And the way it looks, there's definitely blood on the cuff. Which means... this is all left of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there's a lots of people with white bottom-up shirts. This is enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt papers? There's a shard of broken glass shadow around the Incinerator. It looks like used some kind of glass ball, just big enough to fit the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Is that? Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Don't make a Dragon Ball reference. Kidding aside, it's kind of thing you might say in a big city street corner. Gaze into it and it'll show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find the one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one per it could be. They should be in Incinerator. I better go there then. Some buttons. Green button and yellow button. There's no that they're related to the big mechanism. This is the Incinerator. It's a back part of a trash room. It's a good 30 feet from the gate. And it's on right now. Jeez. Do you see the green and the yellow buttons next to the mouth of the Incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get this going and the yellow button to turn it off. Well, no. Sooner or later you'll be cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Somebody turn the Incinerator on. Very ashamed, I'm quite certain it was the last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it was a walk of a fairy? Hey Fumi, do you realize what you just said?
Huh?
Fairy? No, you said last time you were here at Incinerator as well. Yes, about that there can be no mistake. I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Shut. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check out the place. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back in the restaurant since then. And since I'm not one of the who has the key to open the gate,
Most suspicious.
it should be impossible for the Incinerator to be on, and yet that means someone has to be able to switch the Incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, Incinerator was off and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't.
Completely unforgivable!
What does it all mean, Mr. Nayagi? Will you be confessing soon? I mean,
That's it! I'm sure of it!
everyone knows you did it. All the mysteries being solved one by one. It sounds like he's living of his comic book fantasies. Shut up. I'm going to the gym to talk to this guy. Okay. To the gym I go. Hello. There you are, Yasuhiro Haku. Hey Hiro, can I ask you something? I gotta get out of here now. I've had enough, get a big food. Hiro, snap out of it. Yeah. Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Does this look familiar? Huh? It's my crystal ball. That is all smashed. Where the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because Guy said it has blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break?
What?
So it's actually made of glass, not crystal. Did that guy totally dope me? He said belonged to the pillars of history. Kenshin Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. Oh my god. This guy is totally dumb. He said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt this belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. We left it in the laundry room. That means any that found it and taken it. Sure, crystal ball. Thanks, Hero. That's all I want to know. Sure. And by the way, I'm almost afraid of, but how much did you pay for that? Everything I saved from fortune or 2 full years came out like a million. A million? It's pretty cheap actually. I mean, consider it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't feel bad for it. Where to now? Laundry room? Now. So where? Nurse's office, main hall, AV room. Nope. Bathhouse, dressing room. Andre. just room to drive, but nothing. That's me. Seriously, that gave me a coin. What the? Hello, John Commerce. I guess there's some kind of massacre later. No. It was a washing machine. A washing machine that has not. It was a washing. I'll just go. No. Oh, another coin. I don't want coins. I need to do some. Did nothing. Then I go somewhere else. Where to go? Huh? Back to Hifumi? Maybe? You seem little dumb. Oh, really? You need to. You think you can call me anything?
Come on, come
I've
on.
got all the smart stuff I'm into my head. Cheerio. Where do I need to go? Actually, check the map for anything with that. Oh. Dining hall. Oh. Now I know what to do in the future. Hello. Tina, are you spending dining hall? I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all our first time for me, you know. I don't have first to actually be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know, being in the dining hall helps me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I just been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing something nasty when I was here. There are all kinds of night things you can do because looks like there's one of them missing. Was it missing from the raven or I'd better Kina, I need to talk to you. Yes. So did you notice in the kitchen knives were missing the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, and now just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. I last remember they were all lined up in nice, neat row. So, did you notice one of them disappear?
Well,
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea, I went back to the kitchen to wash my glass. One of the knives was gone. You're saying the knife was disappearing while you were drinking your tea in the dining? Yeah. In other words, you were right there, the dining hall, and somebody came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. Can you tell everyone I didn't come in the dining hall last night? Which proves I didn't take it. Hey, by the way, did you really kill someone? But of course not, I would never. You know, do you really think I murdered?
'cause, I mean...
Well, she was cleaning rooms, right? So, I mean, you guys are supposed to be friends, right? But still, kill her. On the other hand, two people come friends and then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Oh, same dialogue, I don't need to. Oh, back to the map I go. Oh, I need to go to Sayak. That's good water, good water. Gotta get in here. I can the only thing is the DVD. So I could listen when I wonder what did she see? I might be not directly related to the case, but might be worth checking out and sorry I need to borrow this DVD. How could the AV room I go? Where the AV room at? Not here. Oh, bye, this is fun. Here. There. In I go. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in the front of the screen and put the DVD into play. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then an image slowed and it looked like some kind of concert. Standing in front of the center was a face I recognized all too. Sayaka. She was there along with the friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, full of life. Seeing that image made it harder to accept that she was, well, completely and utterly dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I come to despise so much began to float off the speaker.
Sayaka Mizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment I saw something I couldn't hardly believe. Shoot! What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was in ruins. What I noticed even more was that the figures of other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. Build warrant a video cutoff. What the? That wasn't real, right? There's famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was able to get them? If they really happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Oh yeah! Oh my.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started,
Yeah.
It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Yeah, boy.
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
See ya. The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. The doors of doom. That's what I am naming them. Like, everyone's here.
You!
You're late, Makoto. We have been waiting for you. I bet you're afraid you would be discovered the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal details of Makoto's that they are already convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Saika both know that all too well. But then who is the killer? Oh no, the one who murdered Saika is really one of us.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
I guess I have no choice but to get into this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No. Scared isn't good.
Makoto.
I said before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never be able to grip the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do it. In Sayaka's death, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice and tried to give myself courage, I turned trembling in anticipation towards the other. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already in there when I found Stella. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this how death row inmates when this is time finally.
Oh,
Rather than that, it's not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment. Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Yeah, you're all finally arrived. What do you think? It doesn't feel like it's a real courtroom. It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close, it's totally.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up, nah, hurry up. And we did what he said and found our seat. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it easy everyone to transfer their attention in he's doing onto everyone else. And they seem to grow heavy as they so. And so the curtains of our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. Deadly right, a deadly defense, a deadly threat. With a deadly clasp. Ah ha ha. Yep, I would like it. Skills. I don't know. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
You know it.
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Yes, Miss Girigiri.
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Yeah.
Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
I don't know.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Yippee-ki-yay. It's about to begin the debate. Who the killer is. Anything found? Anything I noticed? I have to ready to speak about everything. Because this isn't about me. Everyone lives lives on top. Sure. Okay. Alright. It's up to you to unearthly any something. What does you have to do first? Oh, this too. Okay. Make your oracle. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
Damn. Oh, that was easy.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
Yep.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Yep. Sounds about right.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Can't figure it out.
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Yeah.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was RG.
Okay, so what's next?
I don't
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
know. Because it is. We need to determine what was used to kill. Make your argument.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on.
No, that's wrong.
Nope, that's some rundown.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Kitchen knife. Okay. Give me some sauce.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
Kitchen. Yeah.
After
no.
the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
yeah.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Hey, how do you see that?
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Actually, I love
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
No.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Actually,
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
Yep.
You really believe that?
And you don't. She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere. Just waiting to find. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. Okay, man. Sure. V. Okay. Okay. Okie So V.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining.
No, that's wrong.
I thought shoot at something yellow, and that's best.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness?
Yep.
What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Okay, where are them donuts at? I don't wanna say it again because I have already said it.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think?
You don't think so?
Yeah, exactly.
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Yeah.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, There's no way I could have taken the knife.
Well, that would
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Yeah, sure.
Idiot swimmer girl! Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Yeah, that would actually be quite effective strategy.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
But what if you do it smartly?
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Yep.
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Thanks for the info.
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
Yep, and you need to shut.
No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
Why am I laughing?
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Well, what?
Just spit it out already.
Yeah, exactly.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
Yes, I don't know what alibi is.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Ooh, that's gonna
Oh,
be?
yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Yeah, yeah, why are you?
Well, because... they're not here anymore.
Someone not here? Are you talking?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall.
Ooh.
And then later, she wound up dead.
Suicide? Seems logical. Okay, the one person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Sayaka.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Yep.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
Yep.
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
Oh, Makoto's in the spot again.
See? He did do it after all!
Stop flashing.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, you're gonna blame me for the knife. Don't they understand? they complete their... Everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Hangman's Gambit. Yeah, sure, let's... As everyone's further concerned, Hangman's Gambit. The points are well more important first, right? Letters flying around, letters or... Complete the shooting down of flying in the right order. Use the mouse to aim, press left. Okay. You're shooting down there, use down. Okay. Okay. Something that should have been at the scene. What was on what was the crucial point? If you can figure out that. Hangman's Gambit. Ah, okay, that is just ridiculous. Get out of the way, I want to shoot it. Come here already, I tell you.
Now I understand!
Complete.
That's right! There wasn't a single hair on the floor!
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
Ooh, that's good.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
True.
Yes, very true, very true!
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Yeah.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Kiri, you are good at this.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Of course he isn't. Why would the main character would be that?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Me too.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yeah, I do.
I got it!
Got it.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Non-stop. More? From here on, the number of weak points was... Oh, more weak spot. Is there only one bullet? Oh, that's spinning.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Ah.
Shoot!
Yeah, my bad.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Ah.
No, that's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right?
Yeah.
But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Oh, yeah. So, oh, damn it. In other words, important. The important is that the same crime that they didn't know.
I got it!
Ooh.
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
Yeah.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
Something.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
But if Makoto was the killer, which he is not, he could have just break it and put some fake evidence that somebody else did it.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Now you're proven wrong. That was I've been trying to tell.
Okay, then who did do it?
Calm down, dude.
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
You have one. Where are the damn donuts at?
Oh, you.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Good question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Please don't like me. I'm the
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Well. Damn it. There's no voice because. Maybe this?
I got it!
Oh!
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
No matter.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Ooh, plot twist.
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Oh, hello. There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes. Just come to my room. Check the name first to make sure you don't get the wrong room.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Oh.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Thanks.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then say it.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Yeah, who could?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
No, you can just shut.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Why do you speak?
But in the note,
No.
the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, that's wrong.
No, that doesn't work.
The nameplate...
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other.
Why are you
So
still
switching the
angry,
nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
Well, you don't need to be a genius to figure that out.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about just in 5 minutes. Come see in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
Yeah,
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
More gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Sure. What happened to my room? What's next? What? Even more? Yeah, sure. Oh. Okay. Okay. Then press the Q key to send it. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's gonna be way easier. Oh, hello.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
Oh.
Shoot!
Ouch.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
Oh no, still a no.
Shoot!
Okay, let's try
When the
this.
fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Yeah.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
Why would you think? There's someone...
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different! You smell like a big fat ugly donkey!
Hold on.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Why would you think that as a compliment?
An insult, obviously.
Yeah.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
I got it!
Got it.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
Total shock.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Oh, shock, big shock.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument!
Wow.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it! Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Yep. It's all over. Well, I'm committed to finding out the killer here, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clothes go, there's nothing left. Yes, Ah, just one.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong!
Damn.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dining?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it.
Bloody.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Yep.
I see.
Alright.
She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Oh, that rhymes.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1. But looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Oh yeah.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Are you sure? Damn it, it's now you had no.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? Maybe.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Where are you at, boy? There you are.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What? What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Yes.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Yeah.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
I got it!
Got it.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
What?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burn benefit, but I'm not sure which killer wasn't able to get it off. There's something you need to pay attention to. I don't know. How it was this.
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Yeah? No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator with anyone to clean. That's exactly proves Leon was the real.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Oh, shoot.
Shoot!
Well, I really need to know something.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Oh, damn it. Now I'm just being...
Shoot!
stupid.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
Oh. No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Yeah, you should... Divine...
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Someone turned on the incinerator? Tell me that incinerator was left. Perhaps it was a fire?
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
What? How is that?
Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
I don't know
The
what's
pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Ooh.
I got it!
Baseball.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
No, you...
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not the killer!
Yes, you are.
These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument. What is it? Oh, comic. Oh yeah, comic book. Yay. Oh, it was never.
The killer is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I'd put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I'd told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
What a shot.
The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
Into the fire you go.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away, and the killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Bam.
it would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Yeah. Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence?
I have evidence? Bullet time. Sometimes I often simply one. Matcha button press with the tempo.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
Moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! Stupid! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid!
What? I failed. Huh? You're kidding me?
Is... I refuse to give up yet!
You guys still have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I need to go. Huh? Okay. I still don't know.
When the killer removed the screws from the...
Yeah,
Instead...
I refuse to acknowledge... Stupid!
Yeah, we all know. Hello. Hey.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof?
Oh.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
That took some trying.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid.
Well...
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Yippee-ki-yay! Well, he is... in almost everything. I'm still got an A. Thanks for the medals.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited!
That's a Dr. Stoner.
Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Bam, bam, bam. Ching, ching, ching. Money, money, money. Looks like you're right on the money. The Blackened, in this case, the one who killed Sayaka, was no other than Leon Huata.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, hold on.
Hey, hold on, miss. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a... What the hell's wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill all people.
So, that's why...
That's why I killed her.
None of you are any different!
No, one wrong step and you'd be one standing here. It was completely chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
Come on, you just make me just accept my death. Everything becomes clear. The decisions we made was the right after all. But I think about it. Honestly, I'd bet off if we've been wrong. Because what we came at revealed the truth, then that truth was Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even if I could handle what I saw there, I was her, and if I was her, that video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped in here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
Kind of hard
Why?
to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. There have to be something like that happened to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even to things that were not so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. And when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. When you're dead, that's that. Oh boy, the entire industry must be sure terrifying, huh? I mean to try and kill someone because those relationships.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she is so pure madness. What did you say?
Phew!
I understand, I really do. Yup. Your utter despair thanks to Saga betrayal, right? Compassion into love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Saga being forced to do something like that. Everything. It is your fault. Said the frenzy lunch. But
That's enough.
that's as angry as a Koyako latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong even though I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make others pay for what they've done, you have to let it go for now. Damn it.
Ba-bum,
That
ba-bum.
was a close one. I thought you sure were gonna give me a good walloping. Just better avoid punishment you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwara will receive his punishment.
Punishment?
Yep.
You mean execution? Wait a second!
But I didn't have a choice, I had to kill.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, I was protecting myself for the heat moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self?
Hmm.
When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shot down her, so you went your way back into her own room. Then you came back way back, broke into the bathroom and killed her. Am I right?
Do you understand?
You had any chance to stop with that. What were you doing? But you chose not to. Is it not because you had blood intense commit murder?
So,
No,
that's...
not. Stop it. I've seen enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer than anyone were not. You killed your precious Seika. Do you understand? I can't lay on solely to blame. Of course, I don't blame Seika either. Because one to blame is him.
Huh?
Swa? If it's not for you, this would never happen to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. we should be fighting against the one who put these in the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh, did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it happened that nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. It's that kind of justice that awakens within. Just shut up. Okay, well, anyway, more important.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's hurry up and get everyone's been waiting for the punishment.
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey,
No more
come
breaking.
on
No
now!
more excuses. You must pay for the penalty of breaking the rules. Society demands.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
Yeah, fair friend. The very specialist punishment being for the older baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
Now we just sit back and watch. You're gonna get bald, boy. The 1,000 blows. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Ooh, damn. Bye-bye. And he be dead. What we saw was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else would we call it?
Extreme!
Ooh, extreme! And my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. What's going on?
I can't take it.
I can't take this anymore. Do we have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Hey, if you don't like it. All you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with that side brother, except you like here forever. But that's only single one we can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, F you. Why the F are we doing this evil shit in the to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make me some dark, awful, sexy side of type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, dark, awful, secret side type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting upstanding young citizen like me through such cruel ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make of someone like that. Doesn't make sense. What? That sentence doesn't make any sense. That's like trying to put a mile on my scale. I just don't think it's possible. Don't think that what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
You piece of a she. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your head in the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you want to do that, you are barking way up the wrong tree. That happened because one of you decided to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can cut free of outside world. Being trapped there is an insane place. You are trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn of the measures at school, I think you will change for sure. I think boy, it's so wonderful how we all get to live here forever.
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's something deeper hidden in the... just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get back into punishment. That's what I was waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save the fun for later. Gone. Just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overrun by the nightmare turned real. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it was that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were too scared of being alone. Yeah. None of you tried to speak. Their faces were stunned, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in closer to whisper to me.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class started, you had to figure out the mysterious case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even wearing that, she was sure of her decision. That's why, as she was dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You just can't say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her.
However,
even though we can't ask her, you can interfere, don't you think? Her final thought, how she could protect you. Huh?
So...
The fact she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. She didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she wanted to get back the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I think that was it.
Anyway...
It was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It was almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all of this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the death of your own friends Sayaka and Leon and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without something like that, the others would never be able to break free such desperation situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me. I'll carry their memories wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you choose the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. She said that she revealed the smallest small.
Hey.
But I admit, I'm curious. How did you want to talk to a psychic? Oh well, I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Okay, that was a good one. Kidding. I just have a pretty good intuition. Chapter 1. The Survivor. The end. Bam, bam, bam. To be continued. I got this spare bat. Okay, and that's that. So, without anything else, say thanks everybody everyone for watching. It was Will the Wither Potion, bye bye.